Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? What is going on? Oh, man. Justin, this is Fields. I told you before the podcast. We selected Justin Fields. I just have. Because Walter Payton, it's the man. I just have. Who is this? We selected Justin Fields. I think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers. Freaking go. Who is this? All right, that's the end of this podcast. Yep, we're taking a kicker. Oh, man. This is intense.
KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. In Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is KIEQ on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another Friday night Q&A live stream right here on KIEQ on the Mic. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. How is everyone doing tonight? Like I said, I'll be on here for an hour for this Friday night live stream. I'm super excited to be here once again, and I'm excited for you guys to join me as well. A lot of stuff to dive into today, to be quite honest. And the first thing that I want to talk about here on this Friday night Q&A is how in the hell, this is going to be a little rant. How in the hell did Robbie Gould not get into the Hall of Fame once again? Can anyone make sense of how in the world Devin Hester, not Robbie Gould, Devin Hester didn't make the Hall of Fame? I think I said Robbie Gould, but how in the hell did Devin Hester not make the Hall of Fame? Please make it make sense, Bear fans. We need to make this make sense because I don't know who in the world is voting for this stuff, but Devin Hester, to me, and I know to a lot of other Bears fans, that man is a first ballot Hall of Famer, or at least it should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. He changed the game in terms of kick and punt returns. They had to change the rules because that man was so good. And that's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. It's one thing not to get into your first year eligibility, but then this year we're like, okay, Devin Hester is for sure Hall of Famer this year. And then he gets snubbed again. It does not make any sense whatsoever that Devin Hester was not a Hall of Famer. So what I want to ask you guys this, before I go any further and go off my little rant, give me one word in the comment section, and I'll display it here on the live stream. Give me one word to describe Devin Hester. I'm going to say ridiculous. That's my one word for Devin Hester, is ridiculous. Give me your one word, Bears fans, to describe Devin Hester. Ron says amazing. Yes, Devin Hester was amazing. Chi-Town Bears Time says him. Yes, Devin Hester was definitely him. He, to me, is the greatest returner in NFL history. He is definitely him. It's just absolutely mind-blowing how Devin Hester didn't get in. I'm still in shock. I don't even know if I should be mad, sad. I don't even know how to feel. It's just bullshit. Like, that dude's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Chi-Town Bears Time said, just like Fields. Yes, Justin Fields will be him too. Justin Fields will take control of the season and become him in Chicago, especially once he wins us the Super Bowl, hopefully. Like always, it's a Friday night Q&A. You guys can go ahead and start asking me questions, and I will try my best to answer every single one of them. It's been an amazing week, honestly. I there's no complaints. Another good week of podcast. And another good week of engaging with you guys. I like I said, I always appreciate the engagement from every single one of you guys. It's been amazing. The amount of support I've been getting on this channel. I reached a new milestone this past week of 6,000 subscribers, and we're still growing. So thank you guys so much for all your guys' support and the continued support you guys continue to show the channel. I'm just blessed, man. There's nothing to complain about. I'm healthy. The wife's healthy. The baby's healthy. Everything's going good. Cade, how you doing? Thanks for much joining the live stream. He said, I had a great talk with Saquon Barkley today. SB said he has no clue what the future holds, but would love the opportunity to play in Chicago. Jared Payton. Thoughts? Hey, if the price is right, you might as well bring him to Chicago. I'm a big advocate for bringing back David Montgomery, but I can't not say that seeing Saquon Barkley and Justin Fields in the same backfield would be absolutely insane. He definitely would make our football team better, but if the price is right, hey, let's give it a go. Just depends what the price is. I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay 12 to 13 million for a running back. I think that's the big thing with Saquon. Hot take, Brisker is a top 5 safety next year. I can see it. I can definitely see it, especially if we revamp that defensive line. I think our secondary is going to go crazy. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker. I think the secondary will go absolutely nuts if we get the defensive line figured out. Ideal trade downs. I can see the Bears at least trading down once. I know people want to see them trade down twice. I know there's been a lot of rumors and reports coming out saying they're going to probably try to trade down twice. Ideally, you trade down 2 with the Texans, trade down 4 to the Colts, get a couple boatload of picks, and then you get the player that you want. Another scenario is you could trade down to 4 to the Colts, and then trade down 9 with the Panthers, because I like the Panthers, their situation with the multiple second-round picks, and I don't know, I feel like they have a lot of ammunition to come and trade up with the Chicago Bears, so don't be surprised if they trade down with the Panthers. Marco, thanks for tuning in. It says, love the background memorabilia. Yes, thank you so much. I that's my pride and joy. Walter Payton, the man, if you're a Bears fan, you need to know who Walter Payton is. So he is my pride and joy. I do have some other signed jerseys that just need to be framed. This is still a long work in progress until I get this whole operation here done. But yeah, got to get Walter Payton up first. I appreciate though. Do you think the Bears take Carter or Anderson? It just depends. It just depends who's there, especially if you trade down. I think whoever's there, you take them. So, for example, if you trade down to 4, let's say Carter's there, you take Carter. If Anderson's there, you take Anderson. I think I'm starting to lean. I've been a big Will Anderson guy for the longest time, but I think that Jalen Carter may be a better scheme fit for us and what we need on this defensive line. But I don't know. That's a tough one, but I guess it just depends who's there. Ron said Hester even said when he caught the ball, everything looked slow motion and punt returns. Yeah, absolutely. Devin Hester is ridiculous. And Jeff Joniak, I remember growing up watching the Bears games, and all you can hear is Jeff Joniak. Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. I love that. I honestly, I should get a shirt that says Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. I absolutely love that saying. Marco said, just saw your last video on YouTube. If we have to trade down on top 4, I asked at least 2 first-round picks. If we trade down after the 5th, we must ask for at least 3 first-round picks. What do you think? Yeah, obviously, the more you trade down, the further you trade down, the more draft capital you're going to get. I know that in that video, I mentioned that if we trade down with the Tennessee Titans at number 11, I think we demand 3 first-round picks, and that's just a starting point, right? If you trade down to 4, you're probably only going to get 2 first-round picks, 1 this year and 1 next year, right? If you trade down to 2 with the Texans, you probably would just get the first-round pick and then probably like a second next year, So the further you trade down, the bigger the draft capital will be, right? So it just depends on the situation. It depends what offers come our way. Things are definitely going to start developing here pretty shortly, so it's going to be fun to watch and see what we actually get. Kate says, not a Bears question, but what is your Super Bowl prediction? I think the Eagles may have a better team, but it's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes, So I think I give the Chiefs a slight edge here, just in terms of I think the quarterback's better. I think the coaching is better when you look at the Chiefs. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a close game, but I give the slight edge to the Chiefs. Imagine this trade rumor I saw on Twitter. We get number 16, number 43, round 1, 2024. Payne, Chase, Dotson, McLaurin. We trade for. Yeah, that's not happening. That I've had some unrealistic trade mocks in my days, but that's no way. That would be highway robbery right there if the Commanders gave us all that. I do like the idea of, it sounds like they're not going to pick up Chase Young's fifth-year option. How would you guys like the idea of possibly going to trade for Chase Young and bring him to Chicago? That would be interesting. Who's your favorite possible cap casualty player? Darren, are you talking about just for the Bears? Or are you talking about like elsewhere around, like in the NFL? So you think we're gonna have a trade before draft day, or all it's gonna go down on draft day exclusively? I think possibly it will be before the NFL draft. I think things are gonna start heating up like at the end of March. But I definitely think we trade the number one overall pick prior to the NFL draft. I think if you wait until the NFL draft, you could possibly maybe get more because teams are gonna start getting antsy and desperate. But I think at that point, the reason why I think we're gonna trade prior to the NFL draft because I feel like there's going to be an offer that Ryan Poles just cannot refuse. If you're just now joining the live stream, thank you so much for joining me for another Friday night Q&A. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, sharing the content, like this live stream as well. I would really appreciate all the support. When the time comes for Justin Fields to sign a new contract, do you see him trying to get a max deal or taking some what a team friendly deal? It just depends how he plays. If he dominates, let's say he dominates and wins MVP and wins couple playoff games, gets to the championship games, a Super Bowl, what you say, whatever you think. Um, I think he can go for the max deal. I think he deserves it, right? If he's carrying the Chicago Bears, he should go for the max deal. It just depends on how he plays. Someone said, "Can you do a fan-led mock draft live right now on PFF?" You know what I'll do for you, Chi-Town Bears time? Next Friday, I'll do it here on the live stream. I'll do a fan-led mock draft right here live on KIEQ on the mic. I hope that's good with you. So make sure you tune in next Friday as well, and I can do that for you guys. I think that would be fun. Good suggestion. Who's your favorite possible cap casualty player for the Bears to swoop in and sign? Oh, man. Uh, It's tough to say who's possibly going to get cut right now. I think if you're just looking at it right now, Keenan Allen seems kind of like intriguing to me. We need a receiver. I think he would come in and be wide receiver number one for a couple years for the Chicago Bears. There's a possibility that Khalil Mack gets cut, so you could have a reunion with Khalil Mack. So that's gonna be kind of interesting. So those two guys kind of intrigue me the most. I know they're older, but there's nothing wrong with having some veteran presence on the team. Marco says, "I'm really all in for Young, also with his healthy history." Yeah, he has a history, um, which would kind of scare me, but I think he's coming off an ACL injury, so we'll see how he plays. But I think it would be worth the risk. Keep the questions coming. If you're just now joining the live stream here on Friday night, how are you guys doing? Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button and the notification. Really appreciate all the love and support from you guys and the constant engagement on the podcast. My question for you guys is, who is your guys' Super Bowl prediction? Who do you guys want to win? Who do you guys think will win? Let me know in the comment section. It's been really cool to see Justin Fields like in all these different interviews. Had a really good interview with Rich Eisen. He mentioned that the Bears haven't mentioned that they've been looking at quarterbacks or if they would take a quarterback or not, whatever. Um, which I think Justin Fields is playing the game. This is all just a big mind game. The Bears are playing with these other teams that are possibly looking up to trade for the number one overall pick. So it's just a bunch of mind games at this point. I don't think Justin Fields is going anywhere, and I think he knows it too. If we get an absolute crazy deal from someone out of the top 4, do you think Poles accepts, or do you think he will see if the Colts or Texans will outbid? Uh, it just depends. I think Ryan Poles doesn't want to go out of the top 5, right? But like I said, the Tennessee Titans come knocking. They're offering 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and maybe like a player or 2. I think you really have to consider going out of the top 10. I'm just being honest. Ryan Poles values draft picks, right? He wants to build through the NFL draft. I think we have to be honest with ourselves and ask the question is, um, excuse me, do we really think that one player in Will Anderson or Jalen Carter will change the trajectory of the Chicago Bears, or you think trading down and adding multiple picks and adding multiple quality players to the roster will help the Bears? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Jeremiah said, "Do you want Aaron Rodgers to stay in the division or get traded?" Oh man, the man's been killing us for years, right? But there's always that satisfaction of him staying and you beating him outright, right? So it's gonna be one of those things that when he gets traded or he leaves and the Bears start beating the Packers, right? All the Packers fans are gonna say is, "Oh well, you guys didn't never beat us with Aaron Rodgers." So I think I would have more satisfaction in him staying and Justin Fields taking him down fair and square. Terrence, what's going on? Thanks for joining the live stream. Really appreciate you. Nano CBD, thanks so much for joining the live stream. He said, "Go, Keek, go. Those 5 potential trades are huge. Polls will get a haul." Yes, I believe so too. If you ever see my latest video that I posted today, go check it out after this live stream. I give my 5, what was the video? The 5 unbelievable trade packages that the Bears can possibly get for trading down. I mean, it was basically all based off Adam Schefter coming on the Waddle and Sylvie show, basically just talking about the Bears will receive unbelievable offers for a number 1 overall pick. So I give 5 trade back scenarios of unbelievable offers. So go check out that video. Darren said, "What would you think if the Bears trade back 3 times and pick outside of the top 12?" I would be fine with it because that means you're probably gonna get a massive haul of picks, not only for this year, but for 2024 and possibly even 2025. So I trust Ryan Poles. Whatever he wants to do, I'm down for it. So I don't know what to expect on draft night, but I'm excited to see what happens when we do trade the number 1 overall pick. Tiff said, "We need to stop getting Aaron Rodgers' attention." Yes, I agree. The man is always looking for attention. He's a diva. G Station 7 said, "I'm going to speak it into existence until the pick is traded. Bears trade with the Colts for 2 firsts and some later picks this year and next, then trade with Tennessee or Washington for like I'm guessing you say for like a haul." So I would like that. I'd be okay with that. Papa G says, "Add more and build for the future." Yes, absolutely. I agree. Miami 49ers type deal. I think that's the other comment from the last comment that he posted in the chat. Yeah, Miami 49ers type of deal would be absolutely massive. Couple first round picks, couple seconds, build for the future. Al, what's going on? Thanks so much for joining the live stream. Only trade outside the top 4 that makes sense is Seattle. I did a mock and they offered their 5 and 20 this year for number 1 overall, get an edge and wide receiver in the first. Yeah, I like that deal as well. I actually added the Seattle Seahawks in my video that I posted today. I think if they offered 520 and maybe 37 for the number 1 overall pick, that would be absolutely massive. FGB said, "Yo, FGB, what's going on? Thanks for joining the live stream. Really appreciate you." Tiff said, "Dream scenario, Texans trade number 2 and give us their 12 and second round. We trade number 2 to the Colts." Yeah, that is the dream scenario. And I think that's what Ryan Poles is going to try to do. I think he's trying to bid the Colts and the Texans against each other. And at the end of the day, that's what needs to happen. If that happens, I would be a very happy Bears fan. Marco said, "Multiple first rounds also to cover ourselves for next draft in case our QB doesn't work out as expected." Also, I'm a huge Fields fan. Yeah, you have to be honest with yourself. If they build around Justin Fields and if he struggles, the Bears could definitely consider maybe getting a new quarterback. I think Fields probably has at least 2 more years, but we don't know that. I know that Ryan Poles didn't pick him, so I can definitely see them trying to add first round picks for 2024 just in case Justin Fields doesn't work out. But I think Justin Fields will work out. Keep the questions coming. I'll try my best to get to every single person. What up, KIEQ? Just join in. Who you got winning the Super Bowl? I got the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't want to go against Patrick Mahomes, but at the same time, the Eagles can easily win that game as well. Nano CBD said, KIEQ, you want Harrison Jr. next year. Have you been listening to JF number 1 in Arizona? He sounded very confident that this team is his. Yeah, absolutely. I think Justin Fields knows he's confident. He knows that this team is his. I think he's confident in the ability of what Ryan Poles is going to do to support him and around him. I'm pretty sure they already talked to Justin Fields. So I'm not too concerned about Justin Fields. I think he will take a leap next year. And yes, Nano CBD, I definitely want Marvin Harrison Jr. next year. Yes, 3 first round in 2024. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a Bear. Yes, we need to get that man. He's a bad man. What's going on, Peter? Thanks so much for joining the live stream and for the question. He asked, do you think it's possible that the Texans and Cards select Jalen Carter and Will Anderson? I feel like it's a possibility now with D'Amico Ryans as head coach. Yeah, absolutely. D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guy. So they may stay put and be like, you know what? We're just going to take the best defensive player in the draft and either Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. It's very possible. Adam Dobbs said, your Tennessee trade from the last video was my favorite. Need that future capital just in case it doesn't work with JF1. If it works, go after Harrison Jr. Yes, and that's the point. You know, you trade with Tennessee, you get 3 first-round picks, right? So now you're thinking, okay, you have Justin Fields. Let's say he elevates his game, which I anticipate that he will. You go out there next year, you get him, Marvin Harrison Jr., add that receiver. I think it would be perfect scenario. I love the idea of trading out of the top 10 as long as we get a haul from the Tennessee Titans. Best wide receiver in the draft. You have guys like Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnston. I think Najigba is kind of like a sneaky good receiver that I think people need to keep a close eye on. Not getting a lot of attention because he was hurt all year. But for me, I really like Najigba. Tip says, I'm following the Texans channels. They like Bryce Young. Their new head coach went to Alabama. Yes, I think that's good for the Bears. You know, if they fall in love with Bryce Young, they may feel like they need to trade up. And I think if they trade up, I'd be very content with taking number 2 and number 33 overall from the Texans for a number 1 overall pick. Chi-Town Bears Time says, Harrison Jr. has Justin Jefferson potential. In my opinion, he's a beast. Yes, Marvin Harrison Jr. is a top 5 pick next year, hands down. He's that good. Thank you so much for all the questions and engagement of the podcast of the live stream. Make sure you're liking this live stream as well, hitting that subscribe button, bell notification. I've been having a little bit of issue. You know, I post all these videos right all week long, and I love doing it. But the problem is that when people are viewing the Keek on the Mic videos, 70% of people are not clicking that subscribe button. So they're just watching the videos and then leaving. So I really appreciate all the support. I really appreciate that if you guys hit that subscribe button, share the channel. Just a growing platform. We're 6,000 subscribers and growing. I mentioned it before. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will do another massive giveaway of probably some signed items. So I'm looking forward to that. FGB says, you ever been to a Bears game? Yes, I have been to, I believe, 4 total Bears games. So, you know, living in California, it's tough. It's expensive to get to Chicago. But I do try to go maybe every 2 years. I do trying to have a trip planned here pretty soon. My cousin plays on the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers actually travel to Chicago this next season. So I'm trying to go to that game as well. If you're just not joining the live stream, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, people. Hit that subscribe button. Says, see DK Metcalf with a Bears jersey. It's too big of a dream. Yeah, it could possibly be. It just depends. If especially if they're gonna plan to extend Geno Smith, he needs weapons, right? So it would be awesome to see DK in a Bears jersey, but it's probably just a pipe dream. Rowdy Man says, I noticed your sub count going up every video I watch. Good stuff. Yeah, I appreciate the support. You guys are the best, honestly. The engagement has been second to none. Like I said, I can't do this without you guys. That's why I'm very adamant. Like, hit that subscribe button, share the content with every Bears fan that you know. I feel like there's just not enough people that haven't noticed me yet, right? So once I'm able to get more out there, get more viewership, I think people realize, okay, this guy's legit, and it starts with you guys. So really appreciate all the support. Thomas Paul said, we shouldn't have fired Nagy. He took the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Yes, it was all Matt Nagy. Man, I don't even know how Matt Nagy has a job. That man, you know what? Forget it. I changed my Super Bowl pick. I want the Eagles to win. That man does not deserve a ring. Terrence says, I'm hoping we can trade back and still get Carter Anderson or Skoronski with a top 10 pick. Yeah, that's a dream. That would be the dream, to get a haul of picks and still get one of those guys. I think that would be a successful draft. Papa G says, dreaming. What if trade down 3 times from 1 to 4 then 7? If QB falls, then grab the best O-line or D-line or wide receiver available and bring in a ton of picks. Yeah, that's a dream scenario. I think at the end of the day, what Ryan Poles wants to do is not only add a bevy of picks this year, but for next year as well. Building through the NFL draft is Ryan Poles' dream. Marco says, just a little suggestion for your videos on YouTube. Put a Bears logo behind instead of a pixel background. You know why I do that is because most of the time I'm at my house. My other house, this is actually in my parents' old house. I just still have to move all this stuff to my house. The reason why I have a pixel background is because my daughter's clothes are in the background, and I don't really have the time. I just trying to get on and do a video. I have a limited amount of time as it is with the 5-month-old, so I just have to go in and record. I don't have time to do all that stuff. But I will take your suggestion and see what I can do. But most of the time, I'm just trying to get in, do videos, and get out. I'm just trying to pump out content for you guys, making sure you guys have something to watch every single day. That's my goal, is to give you guys podcasts 5 days a week. Plus a Friday night live stream. It's a lot, man, with the 5-month-old, but I appreciate your suggestion. Trust me, I've had a lot of people reach out and say, you know what, can you get rid of the pixel background? Get rid of the pixel background. It's just tough, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. I've been pumping out content, raising a 5-month-old, going to work, working out, live hits. It's crazy. It's just crazy. I wouldn't change it for the world, but it's crazy. Philip says, hey, KIEQ, you are doing a great job analyzing the Bears. Keep it coming. My question is, what would you do as a GM for the Bears if you were in Poles' seat? Build the trenches, just like he wants to do. Build the trenches on the offensive line, defensive line, possibly maybe add a receiver via trade or draft, maybe T. Higgins, maybe draft a receiver, whatever. But yeah, we got to build the trenches first. We laid the foundation of the culture. Now it's time to build the trenches, because we all understand that Just Fields needs help, right? He needs help on the offensive line. Adding defensive line would help him as well. Build the trenches. That's what I would do. But thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate your support, Philip, of the channel. You're probably one of the many loyal listeners of the channel, so I really appreciate all of you guys. I really, really do. KIEQ says, between the draft and all the cap space for free agency, can the Bears beat the Packers twice next year? F Green Bay. Possible. Especially with Aaron Rodgers gone. I feel like it's going to be a shift in the division. I've told you guys this before, that I feel like it's going to be the Lions and Bears division for years to come. So we just have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. It would be nice to beat them twice. I hate fucking Green Bay. They're fucking pissing me off. Hate losing them. There goes my wife, the Madison Gillen herself, and she just has eye emojis. How you doing, babe? I appreciate you tuning in. See, even my wife supports me. I have to give her a shout out. It was just her birthday a couple of days ago. She turned 24 years old. And obviously, you guys need to give her a huge shout out as well, because she allows me to come on and do these podcasts. And, she takes care of the baby while I'm doing these podcasts. So go ahead and give her a huge shout out right now. Really appreciate you, babe, and I love you. Papa G says, Keek, you're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate all the love. Really do. 41 people in the chat. Really appreciate all the love. This is a growing platform. 6,000 subscribers and growing. Can't wait to see where this podcast goes. You know, I really can't wait. And getting to meet new Bears fans, engaging with you guys, is absolutely the best. I enjoy every single day. Thomas Paul says, I'm hearing our new stadium is going to look like a spaceship. That would be awesome. I can't wait to see the new stadium. I really can't. Now CBD said, Keek, is our D-line putrid or what? Carter is a dog. Yes, our defensive line is putrid. We only had 20 sacks, man. Like, we need to upgrade. Need to upgrade. FGB said, happy birthday to my wife. Terrence says, hey, wifey. Papa G says, thanks, Madison. CBD says, happy birthday. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Al says, Madison, you're the real MVP. Yes, she is the real MVP. She's my rock. She's my support system, man. I tell you, because she can easily say, you know what? I don't want you to do podcasting. And then that would be it. But she's very encouraging. She supports the channel. And you guys don't understand how much she means to me. Nice. Happy birthday to Keek's wife. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for giving her a shout out. Would you rather have a SoFi Stadium or Allegiant Stadium? I really like the look of SoFi Stadium, to be quite honest. Allegiant Stadium looks like that vacuum that kind of goes around your house. Have you guys ever seen those little circle vacuums that you kind of just press a button and just goes around your house slowly? Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So I think I'll go with SoFi. I don't want to say it looks like a vacuum. Sorry. Thomas Paul says, hey, Keith, could you wish my wife, Sherry Paul, happy birthday? We are listening. Sherry, happy birthday. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Thank you so much for being a big supporter of Keek on the Mic. I hope you have an awesome day, awesome birthday. And as always, bear down to you and Thomas. Terrence says, I hope it's a dome stadium. Yes, I hope it is too. It's cold, man. Coming from California and going to Chicago and watching these games, I'm like, damn, can't handle it. It's cold. It's always my feet. It's like my upper body's fine. It's always my feet that it's the worst. Now he says, how good is the defensive end from Army? Andre Carter is a freak athlete. He has all the intangibles to be great. He needs to be developed a little bit more, but I feel like in the second round, that would be a good pickup. You know, I think he's like 6'7" or something like that. So I think that would be an interesting project for Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. I know they like to develop guys, so that definitely could be an option. Rowdy Man says, OMG, I just Googled Allegiant Stadium and Keek is spot on. Looks like a robot vacuum cleaner. Yes, it does. It's like, it looks like one of those circle vacuums that you press the button and it just goes around, right? It's like, beep, beep, beep. I don't know. The Raiders get made fun of for that stadium. It's a nice stadium inside, but outside, looks like a vacuum. No wonder why they're not playing good. Nano CBD says, even JF1 said it's tough playing in the cold. Yes, like no one's body can go through that. Your body shuts down in the cold. I don't care what anyone says. It's dangerous. Get a dome. Let these guys play in a dome inside. No one wants to sit outside and watch football in -12. That's just dumb. Larry says, is the schedule out for 2023? How do you know we're playing Carolina? If you go on to online right now and just type in 2023 Bears future opponents, it'll tell you like who we're playing. Not the exact dates yet, but it'll let you know who we're playing home and the road. Papa G says, Herb Carter just needs to hit the weight room. I'm not sure if he needs to hit the weight room. He just needs to not look lazy at times. I think he maybe needs a little bit more conditioning, which you better be ready. Just like Matt Eberflus says, you better get your motherfucking running shoes on, bro. Because if you get judged by the Chicago Bears, you better be conditioned. Did you guys actually hear? This is actually a big development too. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I guess we play the Chiefs next year, and I guess we're a front runner to play the Chiefs in Germany. Never been a big fan of international games, like especially when the Bears have to play. I think it's the cool thing, but I hate when the Bears have to play international because that means I have to wake up like 5 a.m. to watch the Bears, which I'll do it. I'm not complaining, but it always sucks to wake up that early. Noel, thanks for joining the live stream. No, Keek on the mic. Keek on the mic. I appreciate it. Some people don't like my intro. And they really don't. I get a lot of comments saying, Keek, the intro is not it. It's not it. I'm like, all right, it's your opinion, whatever. But keep the questions coming. I'll be on for another 20 minutes. I like to keep these Friday night live streams short and sweet. Do it an hour. Go back to my fatherly duties. Philip says, this is the most exciting offseason for the Bears in decades. Ryan Poles needs to excel and hit on all his free agents and draft choices. Absolutely, and I think he understands that. I think this is this can change the trajectory of the Chicago Bears. If he nails this offseason, we can look at the Bears possibly being Super Bowl contenders in the next couple of years. I truly feel that. Truly feel that way. Al says, that intro is fire. I appreciate it. Go give my brother-in-law some support as well. His name is Young Zell. He is the voice behind the Keek on the Mic intros and outros. So go show him some love as well. Go subscribe to his channel. It's just Young Zell. FGB says, what is our ceiling next year and our floor? I think our ceiling, personally, I think we improve. I think like 8-9 wins, I think would be fair, just depending. I think our floor would probably be 5 or 6 wins, which, I'm not going to go in with too high expectations. I think we can build a better team. I think we will be better, but I'm not going to sit here and say 12 wins. No. Now he says, I love that intro. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's hit or miss. The intro's hit or miss for sure. Philip says, wild card, never settle for less. Yeah, I think the Bears can make a wild card next year if we improve the team. If you don't improve the offensive line or defensive line, we're not going to do nothing. We're going to be putrid once again. So if we can build the offensive line, defensive line, we'll be a whole lot better. Which Bears would you extend next year? I think I would extend Jalen Johnson, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, and of course, if Chase Claypool has another, if he can step up, I would extend Chase Claypool as well. Would you rather go to KC game next year or Green Bay? I can't decide for an away game. I've always wanted to go to Green Bay. I always wanted to go to Lambeau Field to feel the hostility of playing, against your rival and going to the rival stadium. So I'd probably choose Green Bay. Philip says 2 years Super Bowl. I agree. I talked to my dad and we agreed that it's Super Bowl 57 on Sunday. I think by Super Bowl 60, I could truly see the Bears in the Super Bowl. Adam says, out of all the rumored potential trade wide receivers, who's your favorite? Mine is D-Hop. I believe he's just what JF1 needs and a great mentor for the young room. Oh, and I love the intro. I appreciate the support of the intro, Adam. If I had to choose, I like D-Hop as well, but I think I would take T. Higgins because he's young, so he can grow with Justin Fields. But I think D-Hop would be a good short-term answer, but I think T. Higgins would be a good long-term answer. I appreciate 38 people being in the chat, by the way. I know that number will continue to grow as the more I do these live streams, as the more the channel grows. But 38 people staying on a live stream and listening to me talk, it's mind blowing to me. I know a lot of people will always say like, "Man, how do you get people to listen to you?" I'm like, I'm just trying to be myself, talking to like-minded people that like the Bears or love the Bears as much as I do. It's awesome. Adam says, "I fear how expensive Higgins will be, both draft picks and money." Yeah, you're looking at a hefty price. It's probably gonna at least cost you 2 second round picks, and then he's gonna want a big extension as well. So it will be expensive, but I think it would be worth it. Geek, what is your story? What made you become such a big Bears fan, even though you are from California? So my great grandparents were born and raised in Chicago. Um, So it's just that family ties there. And then, when I was born, my dad grew up a Bears fan as well, and he just raised me to be a Bears fan. But definitely having that family connection. We still have family there to this day. But my great grandparents always told me cool stories about Chicago and the Chicago Bears growing up as they lived in Chicago for their childhood. And it just stuck with me. So, I just love the history of the Chicago Bears. And I love the history that they showed me and that they instilled in me. So it just stuck. How many wide receivers would you draft max? Probably two. If we don't add any free agent wide receivers, I'd probably draft two, and that'll be my max. Philip asks, you may have answered this. What would it take to get Teagan as a Bear without giving up too much? I feel like he could be Phil's one number one wide receiver. Yeah, absolutely. I love T Higgins. I think he'd be a great number one wide receiver for the Chicago Bears. I think it would cost two twos. I'm not necessarily going to give up a first round pick for T Higgins, but I think I'll give two second round picks. 1 second this year, and 1 second next year. And I think that's the reason why you try to trade back, add draft capital so you have the ammo to go get a guy like T Higgins. Michael Thomas or Keenan Allen? I'd probably go with Keenan Allen. Michael Thomas has been hurt way too much. I know Keenan Allen has a bit of an injury history as well, but Keenan Allen has played more. So, can the Bears be the number one rushing team in the NFL back to back? Why not? Especially if the offensive line improves. I definitely think we can reach that mark again, and maybe even be even better. I'm from Chicago, Rowdy Man says. Such a beautiful city with such a vibrant history. Yeah, absolutely. Every time I go, it's just such a joy to be there. It feels like I belong there. I always joke with my wife saying, I would love to work for the Chicago Bears organization and live in Chicago. I've thought about applying for the Bears a couple of times, but it's just like moving out of California. It's tough. All my support systems here, but that would definitely be a dream to live in Chicago and work for the Chicago Bears. Noah says, I think Claypool is going to ball out next season. Yeah, I can definitely see it happening. I think that's what needs to happen. I'm rooting for him. I think people need to pump the brakes on saying Chase Claypool was a bad trade for the Bears. Give him a full offseason with Justin Fields. Give him a full off season to learn the offense. And I think he's going to come out firing. Al says, I have a feeling we'll get Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee in the third. He's always available there in my mock drafts. I think he may be more of a second round pick. I think his value will go up after the combine. But it would be nice to see him there in the third round. If he is there in the third round, I'm running to the podium and getting him. Italian beef is the best thing, and a combo is the best. I'd never had Italian beef. Every time I go, I just get the deep dish pizza. But next time I go, I'll definitely have to get the Italian beef. Big Red says Chase Young trade. Why not? They may decline the fifth year option, right? So if Washington wants to trade up, I may ask for Chase Young. Like, hey, I'm add a couple first round picks and Chase Young. We may have a deal. Keep the questions coming. I'll be on for at least another 15 minutes before I take off for today. I like once again, I really appreciate every single one of you guys for joining tonight's Friday Q&A. If the Bears don't sign Montgomery, you think they draft Brown out of Illinois? They could. They're gonna have to replace David Montgomery somehow, either via free agency or the draft. So, like I said, I'm a big advocate for keeping David Montgomery, but I understand it's a business. FGB says, how can the best center in the draft fall in the first round? It just depends on team needs, right? Not everyone needs a center. So it's almost kind of like Cole Kmet a couple of years ago when we drafted him in the second round. He was the best tight end in that draft, technically, but there was not a lot of need for tight end, so he fell out of the first round, right? So just depends on team's needs. I would say JSN would be my draft pick. Yeah, JSN is like that sleeper pick. I think if you are able to trade back with, like, for example, like the Seahawks and get like that 5 and number 20, I think I would take JSN with my number 20 pick. Yes, go get some Al's beef for sure. Yeah. So next time I go to Chicago, I'm definitely going to have to reach out to a couple of you guys to direct me on where I should go eat. Bear fan says Carter or Anderson Jr. I'm a big advocate for Anderson Jr. But I do understand that Jalen Carter may fit our scheme a little bit better. But I'm an Anderson guy. Have you looked into A.T. Perry? Big guy, probably a third or fourth rounder. No, I have not checked him out, but I'll definitely take a look at A.T. Perry. Papa G says, bring on the draft. Can't wait. Yeah, me too. I absolutely cannot wait for an NFL draft. Like I said, I'll be here. I'll be here for the draft doing a live stream. So make sure you guys tune into that as well. It'll be a good time. But I also want to remind you guys that for the first day of free agency, I'm going to be doing an all day live stream. Like, I'll be here all day breaking every single bit of news, every Bear signing, all news for the Chicago Bears, and probably even NFL news as well. So it'll be fun. Philip, the Bears offseason is exciting, but who is the one free agent or draft choice you absolutely take this offseason? Deron Payne. Deron Payne is my guy. I think Deron Payne would be absolutely massive for the Chicago Bears this offseason. It would definitely put the defensive line in the right direction. So that is the one guy that I really want the Bears to get. FGB says, I have never been to a draft party, but this year I might have to go. Yeah, go to a draft party and also tune into my live stream as well. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Would you keep Mustafa as a backup or scrap him completely? I'm starting fresh. I'm getting rid of Mustafa and Lucas Patrick. We're starting fresh. We need to upgrade at center badly. Do you think the Bears will sign someone the very first day of the offseason? I think so. I think they're going to be aggressive right away. They need to be. We can't wait for the second or third wave of free agency. We need to go out there and take the bull by its horns and bring some talent to Chicago. How many times would you be comfortable trading back? Do you have any limits? I'm not sure about any limits. It just depends what the compensation is. You have to be comfortable trading back and making sure you still get the guy that you want. So that's the big thing. So I think that's going to be tough for Ryan Poles, but I think if he's getting a lot of good offers, yeah, trade back. Do you think Jenkins will be healthy? He better be. If he's not healthy this year, we're going to consider replacing him as well. He's a beast when he's on the field. He's an absolute monster, but he needs to stay healthy. He said, Keek, did you hear Payne talking about free agency? He is getting paid. He knows his value in NFL. Absolutely. He's confident in his ability. He's going to get paid. If it's not by the Bears, he's definitely going to get paid somewhere. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes, answer your guys' questions. Like always, though, I appreciate every single one of you guys being here on this Friday night live stream. Goulash Josh, and thanks for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. Would you draft Chase Brown if he's still available on the 6th? Yeah, yeah, because it's one of those things that, if it's good value there, right? And he's from Illinois, so that adds some benefit value there too. But yeah, good value there. FGB says sign a tight end or draft one in the middle round. I would probably say just draft one. Personally, there's a couple of good tight ends. This is a pretty good draft for tight ends, so I would probably just draft one. And it says, can you imagine JF with 2 safety nets plus the running backs? Yeah, absolutely. You have to understand, and this is what I've been thinking after watching like a Travis Kelce. The Bears need a tight end. We have Cole Kmet. I think he could be that guy for Justin Fields. He proved that last season, but adding one more guy would definitely be cool. Philip says, thank you for all your coverage of the Bears. Good, go Bears, and KIEQ on the mic. I appreciate all your support. I really do. You guys don't understand how humble I am to the fact that you guys choose to listen to my platform. It's awesome. This community is awesome. Thank you guys. Papa G says, awesome to talk Bears. None of my friends are Bears fans, so very nice to talk Bears info with others like me. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining. What would you do if number 33 holds out? He is sounding like he wants to be paid before the season starts. If he holds out, that's a decision that he has to make, but he would have to live with that decision, right? If you miss a full year, that's on you, right? I don't want him to do that, but that's a decision that he would have to make and deal with. Thoughts on trading Fields for? I don't even want to talk about this. I don't think I would trade Justin Fields. It says thoughts on trading Fields for 3 first-round picks to the Raiders and trading first overall for a haul while signing Derek Carr. No, I don't like that idea. Justin Fields is him. No, I don't want Derek Carr. I do not want Derek Carr. His car is definitely out of gas. Yeah, Jesper Horsted was good. Yeah, Jesper was good. I actually miss him. I think he was a good tight end for the Bears, but things happen. Mikey, what's going on? He says, I'm a Colts fan and I want your pick. Well, then come and get it. Give us number 4, number 35, next year's first and second to Forrest Buckner, and you have a deal. Chris Ballard is stingy though. He's a little stingy motherfucker sometimes. So I don't know if he's actually gonna trade it. We'll see. We'll see if he wants to trade up. He needs to, but we don't know. If you have any last minute questions, put them in the chat before I end tonight's Friday night Q&A. Yes, Derek Carr would be a backup to Justin Fields. Absolutely. Absolutely. You see a lot of 10-year contracts in MLB. Who would you sign the longest for right now on the Bears? Honestly, if Justin Fields goes absolutely berserk when he gets an offensive line, like to the point you're like, okay, yeah, he's going to be here for the next 12 years, I would give Justin Fields a 10-year contract. I really would. Colts are moving mountains for the number 1 pick. Eberflus will deal with the Colts guaranteed. Yes, absolutely. Eberflus needs to say like, hey, man, you want to trade up for that number 1 pick. So give us, once again, number 4, number 35. Give us first, second next year and one of your players. You can maybe give us Quentin Nelson. I know it's a pipe dream, but then you have a deal. Mikey says, I rock with your channel, my dude. Hell yeah, Ballard is stingy as hell. I think he used to be a hustler back in the day because he doesn't budge, LOL. But hey, maybe this is the year for a change. Yeah, Ballard, he sticks to his guns. He likes his draft picks, right? But I think if the Colts truly want a quarterback, they're going to have to trade up, right? But Mikey, thank you so much for supporting the channel as a Colts fan. That's what I promote here on KIEQ on the Mic. You don't have to be a Bears fan to come and tune in and join the conversation. So I appreciate your support as well. Al says, if we can get this year's first and next year's first and Buckner from the Colts, I am with it. Yeah, absolutely. I would be all with it too. I would absolutely love that package. Ramrod 300 said, hey, just moved to Sacramento. Didn't realize how many Bears fans they are here. Yes, California in general has a lot of Bears fans. Bear fans are everywhere. It's awesome. If you have any last minute questions for me, make sure you put them in the chat because I am about to end this Friday night Q&A. Like always, guys, I really appreciate all the support. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. I have them on top of the screen right here. On Twitter at Keek on the Mic. On Instagram at Keek on the Mic. On Twitter at KIEQ. And on TikTok at Keek on the Mic. Follow me on all those platforms as well. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Subscribe. I can't say it enough. And make sure you share this platform with every single Bears fan that you know. Like always, I really appreciate all of you guys. Says, deal. I'll throw in Kenny Moore or Ryan Kelly. Your pick. I'll take Ryan Kelly. Yeah, I'll take Ryan Kelly. I feel like either Kenny Moore would be kind of intriguing too as well. But, it doesn't really matter. But like I said, I just want number 4, number 35, first and second round pick, and multiple players. And we got a deal. Break the single sack record against Aaron Rodgers or win the division next year. Win the division for sure. Going from worst to first would be awesome. Philip says, keep the Q&A going. Great job, Keek. You rock. Yes, I'll try my best to be here every Friday night. And eventually these live streams will get a little bit longer. I'm just waiting for my daughter to get a little bit older. I don't like to be away from her for too long. So that's the reason why they're so short. Nano CBD says, many thanks to you and your wife. God bless you and your family. New dads are the best. Guaranteed your daughter will be a Bears fan. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that she's a Bears fan. Really do. She already has a Justin Fields jersey. So I can't wait for her to wear it. Mike says, what do you guys think of Matt Eberflus? I love the guy. I think he brought a great culture to Chicago, laid the foundation for us this year. So I think this year is just about building up and see where he can take us. I feel like he is the right guy for the job, though. Good coach. Nye says, trade with the Detroit Lions for their 2 first-round picks and their second. I would actually love that deal, but I'm not sure the Detroit Lions would love that deal. So, all right, Bears fans, I appreciate every single one of you guys for joining for tonight's live stream. I'll be back next Friday, and I'll also be back for an all-new week of a whole bunch of videos every single day right here on the platform. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button, hitting the bell notification, follow me on all my social media platforms, share our channel with every single one of you know. But other than that, enjoy your weekend, enjoy the Super Bowl, enjoy time with your family. Once again, I appreciate every single one of you guys. See you guys next time.